Let's look at the traffic. The traffic is something that I wanted to talk about from the start, and I think is really, really important. As she said, buses. This looks pretty much the same model as the existing bus model. This looks like the Speedo. This I think is the Saddler. This is the tour bus thing. That is maybe a Dominator of some description, or maybe an Anis something. I'm not really sure. Bike. Not sure what that is. But what's interesting is you do not see any traffic up here. And you do not see any lights for cars up here. So this section over on this side, in GTA 5 right now, this section you would see headlights, but no, like just a box behind it basically. So they've rendered out these cars for the trailer, and this is not a game simulation. This is a trailer. Otherwise, they would have those lights over here, based on the way GTA 5 currently works. So, with that in mind, we cannot take this traffic to be the density of the traffic in the new game. And I want you to think about that as we go through all of this. So all of these cars are cars that we've seen before. I don't know what the fuck this thing is. This I've never seen before. It's like it's a tow truck, I think, because this back piece looks like it goes down, and you can drive onto it, and it's currently got tires sitting on the back of it. So anything else in here? Yeah, birds are just put in, plane, whatever. This is usually the prison. So I think this right here is the prison, which is kind of close to the water, which could be quite interesting actually for prison escapes, being close to water. You have your boat, you jump over the fence, run, get in boat, fuck off. Some kind of water treatment, big city in the background. This is a pretty big looking map, right? Like from here to there, if that's all part of it, that's quite large. You got a giant bridge over here, kind of like the one that we have in the south side of GTA 5. Yeah, nothing too exciting. So yeah, this is the prison stuff, which is, I think, yeah, right by the beach. So I'll be interested with this. So right now, as I said, cutscene, right? So she's inside the prison, inside a cell, which means that this room, what they usually tend to do is sometimes they will like just play you a video, but it's very rare from Rockstar. What they'll usually do is have this environment in the game, and so everything you see, even the cutscenes, are still in game, which means that this cell exists. Which means, provided that they haven't done only half the room like they do a lot of the time, or like there's no collisions, which is fine if that's what they've done, but it means that we already have prison cells for if we go to do RP. So this is reuse props. Yeah, that's true. So this is more stuff potentially inside the prison. So we may have from day one an inside of the prison if we were to do an RP server on a SixM thing. Which means that as much as obviously Snooze will no doubt be going crazy with MLO stuff, if SixM comes through and we're able to do MLOs, I have no fucking idea. It means that from day dot we could probably have a prison system, which is really cool. I like that. Very cool. Dolphins. This is a cool little boat. I don't think this exists in GTA 5, but I think we have one like this. So there's been some inspiration potentially taken from the 5M mods. So this is pretty similar to how the beach is kind of set out in GTA 5. Now, again, something to think about is this rendered for the trailer, or is this going to be in the game? Because I think a lot of stuff is going to be for trailers and cutscenes and won't actually be in the game. So there are a lot of bushes for you to hide in. I think that potentially they may have this many props on the beach. I also think that maybe they just fucking won't. And it'll be like half or a quarter of this amount. And then the amount of like NPCs might also be low. The fact they have the jet skis down on the beach, they might have these on there. They probably just have the ones in the water like they do for GTA 5. whenever they do these trailers, they ramp shit up. So even this amount of trees might not be there, right? So I reckon, like prop-wise and things like this, the birds, maybe they'll have flocks of birds, or they'll just have the fucking weird, glitchy as fuck birds that currently exist. I don't fucking know. But I just think that as you watch through this, I would not get too excited about the density of the population and the density of stuff, because I think that it will be reduced before release, which is fine. Not a problem. Okay. This is a lot of fucking buildings, but it's not that crazy. Again, kind of, we have similar stuff to GTA 5, but this is only a section, so the map is going to be a lot bigger than this. I think they're going to do the same thing, and it actually looks, you can pretty much see here, they're going to do the same thing. These buildings don't have interiors, they'll just be empty. That's fine, no fucking worries. So I think almost all the buildings will be empty. So if they actually keep it a little bit more confined, they can fill it with more shit. So that's fine. This section's pretty similar to kind of the beachfront that we already have. A couple of buildings on there, so on and so forth. Is there anything else interesting in here? There's a lot of water back here. This actually gets us the elevation that we need to kind of see how far out this goes. So as I said, these buildings are in the way. So you can see this goes just past kind of here, and then it gets, this kind of looks almost hilly back here. So I think it'll be skirted with like a mountain that kind of comes down here, something like that. Yeah, nothing else super crazy. I think what they are doing here, I like, and here. So the outsides of a lot of buildings, they have just these images that are the windows, right? And so it looks like they're still doing it. Still the images, so on and so forth. That's fine, no worries. But looks like they have extra props and stuff on some of the balconies just to give it a little bit more life, and I think that's really nice. So as I said, yeah, they're doing more props on here, which I think, as I said, they may reduce for the actual game, and they'll probably have more as part of like the trailer. But it is nice to see that they're like putting a bit more effort into checking this stuff out, which is kind of cool. New vehicle. God, I hope we get to drive this. This will be fucking fun. But this scene obviously tells us a couple of things. New vehicle of a... what the fuck are these things called? Airboat? No. Whatever. But you got like kind of marshlands areas, which is kind of cool. I think that'll be fun. So yeah, that'll be sweet. This is the same thing. Obviously you got the alligators. I reckon they've just taken the alligators pretty much straight out of fucking Red Dead, which is fine. Like I think like they did it well. Why not reutilize those types of assets? And it's the same game company, and yeah, makes sense. So I think we'll have a mixture of things that we've seen from GTA 5 and Red Dead when it comes to the animals that will fuck your shit if you're just out and about. Which I like. The fact that there's mountain lions, I know everyone gets annoyed about an RP and whatnot, but good. You know, it's a little bit more dynamic, and you've got to be paying attention and whatnot, which is really cool. Okay, let's talk about this. They won't have this many fucking peds. There's absolutely no way in the world they are rocking this many fucking peds just like while you're out and about. This is purely cutscene. There's no fucking way. But that's okay, right? That's fine. What I do like is obviously the variety. You have such great variety in the ped types here. I feel like all of them are wearing fucking thongs with the women, but I think there are a couple where they're actually wearing the rest. I'm just like, Rockstar, come on. Yeah, I don't think there's really anything in here other than saying there's a lot of ped variety. This is funny. Fucking old mate here, just feeling. Anyway. Jet skis, same. Boat trailer. This is, I'm pretty sure, the Saddler, which looks more like, I was gonna say Nissan Navara, but that's not right. Is that like a Ford? No, what is that? That looks very similar to an IRL Ute. I just can't remember which one. But yeah, that's pretty cool that they've updated that. This is a seaplane. A sea helicopter, sorry, lands on the sea, so that's cool. Yeah, tiny little doggo. So there'll be extra dog peds, it looks like. You got a Chihuahua now. So anyone who does like fucking animal ped RP stuff, you potentially have more choices. That's cool. Seeing all this in GTA 5, same type of thing. These probably won't work. You wouldn't like, but maybe for one of the missions, same as GTA 5, be able to do this. These are just boats. Is it? This one over here is not a dual hull boat, is it? Oh, it is. Oh, cool. It's a catamaran style boat. That's cool. I like that. Outside of that, nothing too crazy. So this is cutscene stuff. I don't think like just as you're playing along, you'll be able to ride in the car like this. I think with mods you might be able to, because you're just doing an animation basically. You just got to set the height and yada yada yada. But I wouldn't expect you to be able to just roll around doing this. The best that we could hope for is maybe if you've got a convertible that you'd be able to, like when you use a gun, you'd be able to pop up like this, because I know that some servers have that, and I saw the script that exists for it, which is pretty cool. What is this? What car is this? Can't quite tell. I'd have to look at some of the cars that exist already, figure it out. This is cool. He's like camera out the window and whatnot. This right here, this is more likely that it, like he's got a camera, replace that with a gun. Good to fucking go. Instead of just having an arm out the window, you actually like pop out. That is more likely. This, unlikely. Hold up. That's just the fucking badge off of, oh, what is this fucking car called IRL? Chrysler. It's a fucking Chrysler. You... Oh, God. Amazing. So anyway, this is all pretty standard stuff. Yeah, I like how much graffiti is here and how much like vibrance and color there is. I think this is really nice. Looks like, because a lot of the time, even in areas where there's graffiti, it's just like a slap a graffiti overlay that's repeated like all over the city, all over the map. Whereas this looks a little bit more like custom, and that like these buildings are a bit more unique, which is nice. Hold on. What's in here? Like a bagger or something. Yeah, nothing too crazy. Okay, strip club, it's back. No worries. So, okay, this is the part that Twitch isn't gonna like. There is a lot of physics on this butt. There's a lot of physics on this butt. And I'm quite interested to know if there's that much physics on bodies in just the general game. Not butts specifically, but just bodies. Because that's quite interesting. That's a lot going on. I feel like they might have some level of physics, but I don't think it's going to be as much physics as is shown in this clip. Alright, so there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on in that butt. I like the beards and stuff. I think most of these are going to be peds, and so I don't know if we'll be able to get beards like that. I think the Red Dead beards were better, right? This is kind of one of the this is one of the closer up shots that we've kind of had. And again, I don't know if it's just trailer wise, but like there's a lot of stuff going on here. I think it's good. Nothing too crazy there. This, man, the races through here, a drag race through here. Whoo! That'd be wild. The yacht is interesting. Does that move? That's moving. Okay. That's interesting. That's interesting. Because that yacht is pretty much the same as the one that we've got in game at the moment, but it doesn't fucking move. So it'll be interesting to see if that's actually going to move in GTA 6 or if that's just for the trailer. But being able to drive around full-on yachts, pretty cool. Definitely some cool RP opportunities. So again, the PED and vehicle density, I think, is just turned up to fucking max for the trailer. Interesting, they've got the homeless guy just on like the general street. You don't really see that in GTA 5, so that's interesting. Oh, yeah. Yep. These cars, we've seen all this before. I don't think there's a single thing in here car-wise that we haven't just seen on GTA 5. Which I, like, as I'm saying this, I just want to say, I'm not upset that they're not different. I'm actually glad. Because, like, a bunch of the cars in GTA 5, there's nothing fucking wrong with them. And, like, there's a bunch of cars in GTA 4, as long as they, like, up-resed and upscaled all of this stuff and put, like, a little bit of work into it, it wasn't identical, Who gives a shit? It means that they're going to have more content day one. And yeah, they'll probably, like for the online, they'll probably like drip feed a bunch of stuff in and even stuff that they already have. And they're just like, oh, we're going to drip feed it in. And it's like they could just release it. I understand. They're a company. They don't make money. No fucking worries. So the fact that a lot of stuff's the same, that's fine. I'm interested to see how the handling is on vehicles. I think they'll probably keep it pretty similar to 5, considering how well the GTA 5 racing has been going. I don't think there's much purpose in changing a lot of it. I'll be interested to see if they take any kind of reference from how a lot of racing servers, things like Project Homecoming and whatnot, have adapted the vehicle handling. Should be really interesting to see. So yeah, all this is pretty much the same. This is kind of similar to the area kind of near the firm's clubhouse. Again, some good ped variety. I think we saw these peds with different clothes on in the first scene. So I'm hoping that each ped has more clothing. I feel like there's not no reason, but I feel like for Rockstar, you do a lot of ped variety, and then you do a lot of variety in the peds. And that way, yeah, you've got some repetition of them, but they've got so many different clothing outfits, which, for people on RP servers, if you're able to get in and utilize the peds, means that you're not, Roomba's ped, for example, has one outfit, and that's it. I'd love it if he had, a bunch of different outfits, because I would change outfits all the time. So many people on, the Bluebird server wear the same outfit every day. And I'm just like, what are you fucking doing? Every now and again I'll just go, yep, I'm no longer using that outfit, I'll use this one. Or I'll try and swap between some. I've obviously got go-tos and I need to delete a lot, but wear more stuff. Okay, so this is an Asian-inspired nightclub, potentially? Maybe? Or maybe they just have this. I think a lot of Asian-inspired stuff has a lot of gold in it, so that's why between that, the fan, and kind of the lanterns and stuff, I kind of thought maybe and red actually, Asian red and gold. So, not sure there. Now here we go. Here we go. This is where shit gets interesting. This is where it gets interesting. Look at the size of that! Holy shit! Yeah, I see the jump, baby. You best believe that's going in a race. Jump here, jump there. Whoo! So, that's a lot of space. Oh, we're at the second. If they don't have, they'll have a race, or they'll have a storyline that goes up there, you jump the bridge, and then some guy misses it, and whatever, right? That'll just be in the storyline. There's no way they don't fucking use this. But this size for an area that is mostly water, but is definitely still part of the map. This gets me excited for the general size of the map. This is big. And I don't know what all this space is going to be used for. This having some business or illegal organization stuff going on down here would be really interesting. Yeah, islands and shit. This is cool. These are new boat vehicles as well. A little barge and a larger barge. They're kind of cool. I'm interested to see, does this connect back around over here? In which case, this is a huge bit of water in the middle, right? The hair physics is quite nice. It'd be interesting to see if any of that actually happens. I doubt it. I think this is for the render. I think that this will probably not be what your general your general hair physics is going to be like. I think this is just for the render. So all this shit doesn't fucking matter. All of these people, all the boat, whatever, this fucking Donald Trump looking motherfucker, none of this matters. What is interesting is the fact that it's like an Instagram post or a TikTok or fucking some kind of social media. That's interesting. I think that that will be something that's implemented into the storyline, where potentially you're in a cutscene and maybe you see these things, a Life Invader feed, like something along those lines, right? It could just be a cinematic for the story, don't know. I just think that's interesting because I feel like they might do a bit more with things like, as you said, Payback, Life Invader, and stuff like that to modernize it and make it a bit of a feature. Now, if we're going back to my theory for GTA 6, and that I think they're going to put RP elements into GTA Online, I'm gonna be very interested to see if Rockstar goes, right, you can rent an RP server from our servers, whether or not they convert this Life Invader thing directly onto a phone, and this is actually a feature. Because that would be cool. I've seen a bunch of phone scripts where you can do like video calls and you can upload videos and all that type of shit. I think that they're a bit much. You don't really need it, and it's usually just people being stupid. But if it's part of the base game and it's part of like, hey, here's a server and it's on it, yeah, sure, fuck it. I think that's kind of a cool feature. So I don't think that like this is actually like this is clearly supposed to be a YouTube video basically of this guy pulling this fucking alligator out of the pool. And like I don't think this has any effect on the storyline. Maybe you do a mission where you find a guy pulling this out and then the alligator starts eating his leg and you've got to try and save him and he fucking dies anyway. Or like it's just an event that happens in the world one time when you go by. I don't fucking know, right? We'll see. But it's just interesting that they have this kind of like social media looking aspect. And as Riggsy said, and I do think that this is the most likely solution, it is just going to be something that is for the trailer and a cutscene, and then I think you'll be able to access it on your phone or on your computer like they do on GTA Online. And I don't know if you can do it in single player. Can't remember. But like, you'll probably be able to access it and there'll be like a certain amount of videos or something that you can watch. There's a finite amount, and then that's it. They're done. So that's probably how they implement it. We'll see. This is cool. Street racing, drifting vibe. Love that shit. Again, this will just be some kind of cutscene in the storyline. I don't think you'll see this in the online. And again, if you do, it'll be a cutscene thing where you're not actually in the main world. Because as much as they're going to be updating the AI, they probably won't have something that'll go, oh, I need to turn that way so that I don't go here. You just end up having traffic backed up, and that's not going to work. The smoke does look cool. But again, it's a trailer, so I don't know. Also, okay, let's just watch the drifting thing here. Where the fuck are they going? Like, they're not drifting around it. They both just went and stopped. I'm very confused. Well, they're not even doing burnouts, because they just kind of stopped. Like, he'd smack into that car if he was doing like a donut. So anyway, this is cool. As I said, it'll be like a cutscene or something. This will almost certainly just be like part of a cutscene, or again, like in game you can watch the news, and so maybe there's this part in the story when you're standing in here and it walks in, and then you've got to fight the fucking animal. I'll be interested to see if they do more on the pets front. I wouldn't be surprised if they do more on the pet front. In which case, I think there's a chance that you could get a pet alligator. Might happen, might not. I think people will love it if they do. And I think in the... I was going to say, I think in the online, they could monetize that. But I think having a pet will create too many coding issues. And so they probably just won't. So if this exists as like you can get a pet thing, it will almost certainly only be in single player, not in multiplayer. So we'll see. But this is an interior, so that's nice. So that means that theoretically you'll have at least a couple of interiors like this, which is cool. Yeah, you can do acid and become animals. That's true. Yeah. Okay, let's go back. So this is police. Undercover looking police who then put a vest on. have shotgunned a door in, which is fucking badass. The question was brought up whether or not they would allow you to play as a cop from time to time. So in GTA 5, there were 3 characters. And so far, they've shown off, is it Lucille? Is that her name? I've already forgotten. I think it's Lucille as the main kind of character, but then there's also the guy, and it's like we got to work together. So that, you know, potentially you're doing the swap between those two. It would also be very interesting if they did was it Halo 2? There were Halo 2 thing where it's like you're on both sides. So you like do your Master Chief side and then you also do the Arbiter side, right? So it would be very interesting to see whether or not they go, you are the criminal, but you're also the cop. And at the end, there's like something and there is a choice that needs to be made where either you kill Lucille and maybe the other guy, or you kill the cop, or both survive. And those will be your 3 different endings like they had in GTA 5. Could be possible, don't fucking know. I mean, I think that's cool. The other thing that I doubt they're gonna do, but also could be interesting, would be a co-op story mode. Where you do the story, where it's Lucille and the dude whose name I've forgotten. And if you have somebody jump in to play with you, they play as the guy. But if you don't have anyone in, he's just an NPC. That could also be quite interesting. I don't think they've really done that in any of the other Rockstar games before. Jason, there you go. But that could be an interesting thing as well. So we'll see how this all goes. Nothing really to report in there. This is obviously hilarious. I don't think we've seen this branding in GTA 5. And I could be very wrong about that, but yeah. It looks like they're using the Buffalo for the cop stuff again, so Sheriff Buffalo. So that's interesting. I don't know if there's really anything else. I think that's a... Oh, what is that car called? I can't remember. But look at... Hold up. Look at this fucking F-150 looking motherfucker. Excuse me? And look at the back of it. New car. This is a car we've already seen. This is a tow truck, maybe? I'm not sure. Look at the sparkle on this car. Now I know it's wet, so I don't know if it's supposed to be rain or if like they've just got really, really fucking nice new colors to the cars. As I said, I don't think you'll be able to do this. I know people were saying like emotes and whatnot. I don't reckon you'll be able to do that just as like a standard. I'm pretty sure this is like insanely wet through here and then he's watering it anyway. Amazing. It's got a pool out the back. Very nice. This next scene is the one that I care about the most. This, I can't tell if that is just an image or not. Or if... I think it is just an image. Right, so, here. This is what I want to talk about, and we're going to go really slow so that I can check to see if I'm right or not. Okay. I want to watch their feet and where... Fuck. I can't tell if they're leaving footprints or not. Because in Red Dead... Yeah, right, Ricky? In Red Dead, a lot of the physics were really nice. So I think there'll be parts that are like that, and parts that might not be. Thrill Billy Mud Club. Yeah. I don't know what the fuck this thing is. What is that? It might be a trailer. So I see a lot of utes. I was wondering if there was anything like the car that I have. This is kind of monster trucky back here, isn't it? Scenes like this I think are really cool because it's like, yeah, checking stuff out. You got the Liberator, which I think that's a 4-door Liberator. So I'm not really sure what this is supposed to mean because it looks like on social media and it's just like, what are you talking about?
I think this might be either the Tulip. I can't see back doors, so it might be the other one. I can't remember the name of. Yeah, this ground texture looks pretty similar to 5. I feel like they probably grabbed a lot of the textures and then just made them a bit nicer, which again, totally fine. I think obviously like people doing NVE and like other graphics mods are basically doing that. So yeah. They got Karens in GTA 6, that's right. Okay, old mate's just fucking yeeting himself through a table. I don't think there's really anything to look at or talk about in this scene. It's just a cool thing. So this is a Stania, pretty sure. It cures emotions. Angsty pain. Angsty pan? So that's that. That's the fucking vapid something. So the cop cars look like they're just using the same cop cars so far. What is this? Ooh, what is this? Hold up. That's a 2-door car. That is a Gauntlet cop car? Okay. So this is what I was saying, like, so far we had only seen the same things. Well, no, it's not a cop car, it's like a government thing. Yeah, it's a Gauntlet. That's cool. And then here's this, like, trailer thing with the tires on it again. Along with custom. Yeah. Yep. That's cool. These are just the blazers and, yeah, all the standard bike stuff. Nothing really in the background here.
Sticking together.
Dirt bike, dirt bags. Street gang, yep, absolutely. All right, let's look at our cop cars. What do we got? This is something. The new Buffalo? Like the STX or something? I think. I could be wrong. Is it Buffalo STX? Is that what it's called? We don't have it on our server yet, unfortunately. But Buffalo STX, cop cars. Makes sense. I'm glad that they didn't just go with the original Buffalo. Like, the original Buffalo is great, and I think I saw it as the sheriff car, which I think is very funny, because it's like, here's our old shit, you can have that, and we're getting new cars. Stupid sheriff. Checks out. Okay, so this is at least one store interior that we're getting. Is this a back room? Or is this actually out the front? Oh no, it's out the front, I think. Yeah. Cool. Didn't the map get leaked? Kind of. Oh, but I don't look at it because this is like, may just be an old thing or like just completely made up. So I'll look at anything that Rockstar releases, and that's it. This is a kind of cool area. I like, this looks like pretty wide streets, which is nice. Yeah, these are all pretty standard cars. Nothing too exciting. Hellion, there you go. All of you bloody Hellion users. Yeah, the Tulip! Fuck yeah! I'm glad the Tulip is front and center for this. Fucking love the Tulip. Trust? Okay, so here, I have a prediction. I have a prediction for the storyline. Trust? They're both gonna say the word trust. And anytime, like, they're like, oh, we're gonna do this thing. Trust. Like, they're gonna say it over and over again. And then one of them's gonna say trust, and the other one is either gonna say it, but it's very clearly a fucking lie, or they're gonna be like, no. And then it's gonna be like, my trust is broken! I reckon something like that'll happen. He might be a cop. Might be an undercover cop. Cool. More just interiors, which is nice. Our predictions are December 2025 for a console release, November 2026 for a PC release, and somewhere potentially in between those, GTA Online comes out. In which case, 2027, early 2027 or late 2026 would be when GTA Online for PC comes out. And then, fuck knows how long until any kind of SixM. There we go.